You're listening to the Board Game Snobs podcast, a ridiculous podcast with ridiculous hosts that discuss ridiculous things. And any mention of board games is purely coincidental. And so, without further ado, and with a heavy dollop of shame and embarrassment on my part, I give you the Board Game Snobs.
And
Ready?
go.
Okay. You caught me mid-chew.
I know.
I got one of these Haribo gummy bears.
Can you try not to chew in the microphone?
I will. They're sour. Oh, making me pucker. Sorry.
This is the Board Game Snobs podcast. My name is Gabby. That's Jerry. Also joining us today is Tina.
Wow.
Jack is off in the corner. Kay is off in the corner. Enrique may show up. We don't know what's going to happen.
Why you just kind of push me off to the side?
Because there were long pauses.
There was no long
You're
pause.
eating Haribo gummy bears.
Haribo.
and chewing into the microphone. And
Voodoo Rangers and gummy bears.
we need to get this show on the road.
All right.
We're up.
Tina, do you have any did you knows?
So,
Not yet.
Tina.
Yes.
Oh, let's see.
Turn on Tina's mic.
It's on. Tina, say words.
Words.
Continue saying words.
Words.
Okay.
Sister of Enrique. And
Sister of
stand-in
Enrique.
of Enrique.
Tell us something about Enrique that we don't know. We've discussed his kidney, the hole they had to drill for his rectum, all those things.
His whole rectum.
Is he the chill dude he presents himself to be on the podcast?
He really is. He is very chill. He is the best one of the family.
Wow. Of
I will
chillness.
say. A very chill. Any situation, you know that he's just going to be very calm.
Do you think that could be a detriment at times?
It can be.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's pretty
He
good
doesn't
for him.
ever have any adrenaline.
Yeah.
Nothing excites
He's just
him.
he's monotone. He's just very one level.
One love. One level.
That
One
can be
direction.
good. That can be bad. But you need some excitement in your life. He enjoys things.
He does enjoy things.
He gets excited.
I
when we
guess
play
he does
board
get
games.
excited whenever he plays and podcasts and stuff,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yep.
But not. Yeah, it's still not like a.
mm-mm.
It's not going to go beyond a certain level.
No,
I like people that crank it up to 11 myself.
that's too much.
I like a lot of energy.
You're pretty chill yourself, so
Yeah.
I think it might be a familial
I
trait.
think it's a family trait.
Do you think it's mainly genetics? Are we
But I
born-
get upset at things.
Are we born the way that we're going to be for the most part and we cannot change? And this is all
Yes.
just some thin facade, this
Yeah.
veneer of
be.
progression that we're all just who we are when we're born.
I have
This
actually
deep, dark hole of despair, this meaningless existence
the
that we
meaningless void that we call life.
trudge through each day,
Uh,
trying to make connections with one another and feel something in that deep pit of a soul.
I actually have something on that
Are you-
that I was going to discuss today,
Oh, good.
in which we discussed
Well, I'm
earlier.
in a good mood.
But
Humor.
but before we get to, do we have to be the way we are? A 4-year-old Russian boy ran away from an abusive home in the 90s. Oh, Tina, I have earphones for you as well.
Oh, good. Cliffhanger
so
of the
special.
4-year-old Russian boy.
And then you can hear our dulcet tones. in
He
your
ran
ears.
fast.
Oh, no, I just lost the story.
Oh,
there it is.
no. Don't
Can
spoil
you
the
hear us?
ending.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, this is weird.
But it sounds better,
I
doesn't
don't
it?
like it.
You don't like the sound of your
Tell
own
us
voice?
more
No.
about this story of this Russian boy. We're putting it all
4-year-old Russian
together.
boy ran away from an abusive home in the 90s and survived for 2 years as the leader of what?
A gang.
Give me a guess.
A leader, a 4-year-old. No doubt he led a pack of something. Wolves.
You're correct. A pack of stray dogs in Moscow.
Close enough.
His name was Mowgli.
Here comes Enrique. Police tried to capture him 3 times, but the dogs protected him. They finally succeeded by using food as bait.
Oh.
He later reintegrated into society and attended military school.
They called him Mad Dog. Do you know how that would be an awesome story to have? Because like when kids experience things. Hello, Enrique.
This is my brother.
When kids experience things, they experience so much more intensely. Like something happens to you in your youth, it can traumatize you.
Oh my God, yes.
And so it's like it's
Everything that happens to you in your youth, trauma. Hold on,
Hang on, Enrique.
What?
You don't know that you're not being heard. Go ahead.
Now you're being heard.
Oh,
We're
being
talking about.
being traumatized builds character,
Well, it builds PTSD and neuroticism.
aka character.
Have you met me?
What is character?
Yeah, you.
What does
Got-
it mean
No, I'm not
when it says they build character? What does that mean, really?
It means
Like
you-
I would assume it's either like refining or sharpening traits or quirks within a person, or
My God.
I think it's a way of
Oh,
saying
he always-
deal with it.
He always has the best. Just
You
when
asked.
you think that he says something. Here's the thing. Have you ever met
So, Enrique,
somebody?
what I was briefly referring to is a 4-year-old Russian boy basically ran away from an abusive home in the 90s, was raised for 2 years by a pack of stray dogs.
And he built his character.
And
Oh,
it built his character.
yeah,
But
he's hardcore right there.
have y'all ever met somebody who's dull, typically with the name Jeffrey?
Oh,
Joffrey.
I was dull at one point,
I know. And look how much character I've built into you.
more or less.
Yes, you were very dull. You were just a blank slate
Yeah,
when I first found you. And
Enrique,
everyone
you
was
want
like,
a beer?
Enrique, he is so nothing. What can we?
Huh.
And I looked at Enrique as a young man and thought, what could I paint on this blank canvas? What type of traits and character can I instill in him? And none of it took. But, but that's really what it is that it turns out that building character, when you go through hardship, it
Oh,
does.
You just
It-
shook that up real bad.
that's okay. Tap on the top of the
Tap on
can
the
so it
top.
doesn't blow up,
It's gonna blow
Oppenheimer.
up, and it's going to get the
That's a
microphone wet.
Oppenheimer.
You're failing to get the microphone wet.
It's
from the
designed
splash.
to blow.
You're cleaning the couch
What are
if
you
you
doing?
spill beer. You
are
are spilling beer
Dangerously
all over.
close to
There are
the-
there's beer going all over you. You're
Enrique.
Oppenheimer.
You know how carbonation works?
Carbonation.
No fizzing. Okay.
Okay, good.
Maybe we all overreacted.
We
just then.
panicked just then. But you know what? That built character.
It built character.
Built character.
I think that's a way of putting.
Coasters, young man.
It's,
Coasters.
it's just a way of putting a positive spin on the terrible things you go through.
But listen, I have been through so many terrible things. And I have felt like in the end, it has built a lot
and
of
this is
character.
supposed to be beer. What type of beer gets shooken up?
The
all of them?
Elvis
Do they?
Presley time.
I mean, you're not supposed to shake them
Elvis
up.
Presley was always shook up. Uh-huh. That's for all of our listeners from the 40s. But no, I've been through terrible things and done terrible things. And it's
His
all
na-
built character.
His
to me.
name was Ivan Mishukov.
Of course, it's Ivan.
So it's
Shout
always
out to Ivan, though. We got to have Ivan, the other Ivan,
The dogs
Oh,
protected him
on our
from,
show.
from the brutal Russian winter,
Broken Bow Ivan.
Oh yeah.
where temperatures
Montgomery.
could drop to
Too many
minus
Ivans.
30 degrees Celsius. I don't even know what that is. Ivan
Cold.
became the pack leader and lived with him for approximately 2 years. Police heard about the dog boy and tried several times to catch him. On the fourth attempt, officers lured the dogs away with bait from a restaurant kitchen and took 6-year-old Ivan into care.
Wow.
Ivan was placed in an orphanage. Oh, great place. Then adopted by a foster mother named Poodle McCree. Just joking.
Oh, I was-
He re-
that was
It's
good.
a Southern family.
he,
Bring
re-
me
Tennessee.
Poodle McCree.
he relearned
This old boy,
Russian,
we got this baby boy here. He can tree squirrels.
attended Naval Cadet School, and reportedly served in the Russian. Reportedly. So we don't know. It's Russia. This could all be made up.
This is
actually.
all fake news.
This is all fake
Why
news.
did you read this
Propaganda. at its
propaganda?
best.
Where
Even
did you
our
read that
small
from?
children raised by wolves.
The Red Times.
The red
But
side
no, what
times.
terrible things have happened to y'all that has built character? Tina, we'll start with you.
Tell us about your terrible childhood.
What's your deepest, darkest fear? No.
Hmm.
Really? Don't you see how am I the only one that doesn't that I get
Well-
the impression?
You're unusual.
Well,
You
this is
have
what-
had a
yeah.
lot of stuff happen to you.
I know, but does other people not think that when bad things happen to you that you come out the other end good? Sometimes?
No, because I mean, clearly, most of the time you repeat the cycle of badness, depending on what it is you've dealt with.
Really?
I mean, you talk. It depends on what type of badness you're talking about. You talking about like death.
I'm talking about anything that's like
Okay.
really.
It depends on the person. You can either let it shape you, or you can let it destroy you. And I think
Most people let it destroy
yeah,
them.
most people. That's why we have alcoholics, drug
That's
addicts.
very nice of y'all to say that about me because you're basically just saying that
There we
I'm a
go.
wonderful person for being able
Well,
to
I
do
guess-
this.
No,
well-
you say that about yourself.
I didn't say
plenty
that.
enough.
You just
We're not
said that.
going-
You
that
say it
far.
about yourself.
You
plenty
just
enough.
said that. Basically,
And,
in a roundabout way. I won't know I'm very touched by the way you feel about me and view me. I've worked very hard.
I have
to get-
told you how I view you. I don't know why you act like I've never have.
Well, I'm just proud to hear that you value me. And
Even
Tina, so
though-
you Enrique, I'm glad to hear that I am.
even though the opposite never happens.
I tell you all the time how my
False.
you
False.
just today, you were. I'm not gonna come. I'm just gonna stay at home. And I'm like, listen, you
And
need to
you
I
come.
was
to
tired. I didn't get no sleep last night.
You don't look tired.
You don't look tired. You look fresh.
Well, I took a quick nap before I got
Well,
here.
good.
oh, so
That's
you
all it
only
took.
need was a nap and some beers.
But in
Beers.
on course with what you were saying
This
earlier.
beer's not very good, by the way.
So Jerry texted me earlier today,
Hoppenheimer.
and he was.
Scale of 1 to 10, Enrique, on the Hoppenheimer.
It's a 4.
It's not the best, but
Yeah.
it's drinkable. It's
Yeah.
very drinkable.
It's a bomb.
It's all right.
You would say that
Good.
everything's a drinkable.
It's below
You would
average.
drink
It's smooth.
rubbing alcohol.
It's smooth.
It's not
So-
terrible.
I was. I've been trying to focus on gratitude here lately.
Well, my beginnings was traumatizing. Apparently,
Yes, you were born without an anus.
I was born without an anus. I came out blue. I was jaundice. Therefore,
Dabba-dee-da.
in
You were
theory,
blue and yellow at the
in,
same
in
time.
theory,
Blue
in
and
theory,
yellow. Blue and
I
yellow.
came
Blue and yellow.
out green.
You should have been good. The top was blue. The bottom was yellow.
Oh,
I was green. Can anyone really say that? Is
Yes.
that they came out as a green baby? I was Shrek.
don't get. Oh, more neonatal humor, please. Okay, so we're not laughing at your premature birth. We're laughing at the fact that you went through tons of terrible things
Yeah.
early on
Came
in
out
life.
green. Had no anus.
Right.
I only have technically one kidney.
Mhm.
God was really trying to put me down at the beginning of life.
You rolled a 1 there on that.
If I get him down before he achieves something great.
Just imagine.
You can't blame him for that.
You had to stun him. we gotta nerf this guy.
Next time, we made this baby too OP. Someone put some nerves on
We gotta
him.
nerf.
And that's why he's so mellow.
Yeah.
You learn mellowness from a young age. If you can deal with all that as a child, well, of course, everything else the world throws at you, you're just going to be chill with.
Yeah. Okay, that was.
You're like, no anus, no problem.
Oh, that's
So anyway, back to my previous point of, so Jerry texted me something earlier today, and I was like, well, you just need to start learning to look for the positive in things.
I was ranting and raving about somebody who was irritating me at the time.
And I was, because previously I've looked all this stuff up. We've discussed it before, but I've also been dealing with this in my own personal life with family and taking care of the elderly and all this stuff.
Oldie.
So I've really been looking at it, and I'm like, and of course, once you look at something on Instagram,
Mhm.
the algorithm
Yep,
just
just
clicks.
feeds
So
you.
then it's like, I'm just fed this nonstop. So I told Jerry, it was jokingly, but also it's supposedly a real thing. I was like, well, think of 3 positive things about this person that you like and write them in your gratitude journal. And I won't tell you what he called that journal, but I said, write it in your gratitude journal. And so then he jokingly starts giving me these ridiculous 3 things that,
They were not ridiculous.
I mean,
They
they are
weren't
kind of
ridiculous.
okay.
That was
they could
heartfelt.
pass. They could.
That was me trying.
So this
Okay.
is your gratitude journal that we're talking about?
Apparently, yes. I was trying.
I
He
wanna
told me
see
to
Jerry's
start.
gratitude.
I want to read
He
this.
told me to start a gratitude journal. I'm like, okay. And so I just started off by, well, I'll just text you my answers real fast.
So, but my point is back to what you asked about. Are we just a product of how we were raised and there's nothing you can do to change it, or genetic?
This
I
is
guess.
a board game podcast. We go deep.
like
And
We're healing people.
both of my parents were pretty negatively minded people.
Really?
Yes.
mm,
So therefore, I'm very negatively minded just in general.
I know.
Yes, everybody knows.
you pessimist.
I assume when, Gina or Sade don't text me from their drive, I assume they're dead in a ditch, that type of thing.
Oh, okay.
So it's just negatives. But now as a 49-year-old man, finally doing some research, apparently if you focus on those things, then that's what you train your brain to look for
Yeah.
in everything.
Yeah.
So having a gratitude journal and focusing on the positive, you can supposedly neuroplasticity, yada, 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 rewire your brain to look for the
Mhm.
positive.
Right.
So on my way here, as Jerry said, I didn't want to come today.
You did,
I was tired.
but I shamed you and pressured you.
But
Hashtag peer pressure.
Right. So, but then I was thinking, well, but I'm glad because I have someone that, wants me to be there.
Yes.
B,
I have deep desire to see
there's
you
there's a,
every week
but I was also thinking of our
from Sunday from 3 p.m.
our pickleball crew that we have on Sundays
Right.
and Wednesdays. And so then I was looking up what are the benefits of having like a regular sports meetup group? And the benefits are endless.
Endless.
Like you have this group of people, you're socializing, you're being active. Like there's all these things that I could look upon and say, I have gratitude for this community, this sport, et cetera, et cetera.
There's
et
a
cetera.
lot of jets.
Building friendships.
There's a lot of jets
Building
out there
friendships.
that don't have a group. Which is, and I'll piggyback off this. You can get on BGG and go through the darker side of their forums, and there are tons of people who are very, very, very lonely. That they utilize board games as a group setting thing to get into social situations where they can make friendships, and some of them are very unsuccessful. And so it's a thing of people don't realize how valuable having a group is, because growing up, I didn't have a group. I didn't have a thing. I mean, sort of kind of did, but I was more of
raised by dogs.
I was more of a loner. I was more of my parents, my family didn't really do anything. They stayed at home. We never went anywhere. I didn't go anywhere.
It was you and your imagination that actually can't imagine things.
Right, which is very boring. And so that was always a thing that I didn't want for my kids or for anybody really, is that you should have something that is a regular staple in your life that you can turn to. And I think that it's something that, well, I won't spoil it, but you bring it up very in passing on our 400th episode, which we've already filmed certain segments of, spoiler, talking about how some people you only interact with in terms of board gaming or other hobby or event situations, and that outside of that, you don't think they would be your friend or something of that nature. And I go to say is that most people, I say most people, I think the vast amount of people don't really interact with other people on a deeper level to actually establish any type of real relationship. All they have is the very thin veneer of, well, let's go this board game group, this sports thing, this deal, do this activity, and these people are there. They really don't have a connection with other people. And so is it wrong to view these activities as a tool or a means for people who lack either the ability or the time or the want to have real connections, to utilize these things as a vehicle to get there easier? Does that make any sense? I'm rambling.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
If they're going to be using it like more like a training ground for themselves.
This is the dojo of friendship.
Yeah.
Well,
Where they're not trying to like make a like a real connection with the people that they're just kind of hanging out with.
Well, I think the issue is some people don't know how to go deep, because to have that type of relationship, you have to, this is the wrong group to say this in front of, but expose yourself.
Okay.
No, I think you're in the right group here.
myself.
Stop exposing yourself.
That's hilarious. We got you.
But you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's the tit for tat. Like to get to know someone and they're a true person, you have to let them know you. And that means showing your vulnerabilities,
right,
which most people in general don't do. They like to keep it like Charlotte,
like you can have a connection with someone and not have a deep connection with that somebody.
Indeed.
Well, yeah, that's
it
what
can
I'm
be
saying.
like a semi-deep connection, but not to a point of where it's like
semi-sweet
Freightliner?
chocolate.
Yeah.
Western Star, Mac.
I got you.
But that's what you want, is some sort of group that you can be deep with.
Well, yeah.
Right.
And expose everything.
Yeah. And you want
I
to,
don't
but you gotta find people,
Sorry.
you gotta find people that you're in a way that you're comfortable with.
Here's a good example of what something that just happened the other day. Yesterday, actually.
Okay.
I was supposed to go over to an individual's house, a person that we all know has been a friend of our group for a while. I think it's even been on this podcast. And things weren't working out. We were texting back and forth that we weren't, basically, other things had been going on. I wasn't going to be able to make it. I wasn't going to be able to go over there. They didn't have the time. And then in the back and forth text messaging of like, hey man, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it tonight or something. We'll do something tomorrow. They text me back and were smart enough and close enough and vulnerable enough to tell me, no, are you sure you can't make it? Because I'm going through something right now, which then caused me to completely wreck all my plans and to go, yes, no, I've got it figured out. I'll go. And it was because of this fact of like, well, I know if he says this is something going on, I need somebody over here or whatever to do something, to get my mind off something. Okay, yeah, I need to get up and go. And so it was one of those things of, if I hadn't already had a history with them or background with them or any sort of deeper connection with them, they wouldn't have felt comfortable in going that route. And I think a lot of people aren't able to make that connection. They don't, either due to communication issues or their own inability to really be vulnerable, that actually hinders them in a lot of ways when they actually need help or they need something more. And I think that's the biggest risk that you have when you shut yourself off. And I think that's why board gaming or any other type of hobby, just gives you the opportunity to make those connections. It's just really up to you to decide if you're going to do it or not.
I concur. It opens the door for that potential. And that's what
I'm on fire.
Well, I was going to say, like Sade,
and I'm a good person. Did that come across in that story? I want that to make sure that I'm a kind-hearted. Tina, did it come across that I'm a kind-hearted individual?
That's debatable.
Shut up.
Be humble,
your
Jerry.
own son.
She's supposed to be being humble.
Your own son is shaking
Are you
his head.
awake?
He's shaking his head no. But
My kids
no.
don't know how lucky they
And,
are
and I know,
to have a wonderful father like me.
You gaslight
but
me.
my God, look, even your own son says you gaslight.
Make him come
Jack,
here.
I've been saying that for years.
I would love to.
No one
improve-
praises Jerry
I
more
would
than
love-
Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to improve my ability to connect with people in a way. Or
I'm
at least-
glad you brought that up.
Okay.
I have an excellent idea,
Okay.
but I cannot tell you right now.
It's not sending out like Kaya's poem about me, is it?
That poem was amazing, by the way. Yeah, okay, so
My
first,
father has made copies.
okay, first off, let me just. I don't want to dive too deep into this, but my daughter,
There she is in the corner.
she's in the corner. She's really into poetry. Which
That's me in the corner.
that's me in the spotlight.
Right.
Losing my
Poems of
riches.
Enrique.
Oh yeah, that REM was underrated in my opinion.
I think they're not underrated. They're properly rated
Okay.
as one of the greatest bands of all time.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you feel the same way. I'm about to go to the moon on this one.
Look at you.
Anyways, my point. What's the frequency, Kenneth? My point being is that Kay got really into poetry. I have no touchstone for poetry. I can read poetry, and certain ones I'm like, that's good. But to actually be able to write it or to participate in it, I don't have it. So I referred her to Bubba, because Bubba's the poet, the resident Board Game Stops poet. Anyways, Kaya has been slowly doing her own poetry type thing, and for some reason, Enrique found out and enlisted her to write a poem about him. And I misunderstood this. I thought he wanted her to write a poem for him. No, he requested to write a poem about him.
We referenced this in another episode.
We
And-
did, but
we didn't read the poem.
No,
And we shouldn't read the poem because it's terribly good.
but I do love the phrase about Enrique, simple yet unique.
Very unique.
but
But-
back to the.
But
go
but
ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
No, I
Enrique.
was just
I was just going to just
after
merge
you.
back into the connection part of me trying to learn how to connect with people, because I can interact with people in a way, I guess. Kind of. I get. How would you describe?
Can I
Describe
can,
me.
can I say something?
Okay.
Real quick.
Okay.
Just real quick.
I'm sorry.
I can cut this out.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, don't cut it out.
I can
No.
cut it out.
No.
Uncut.
But the other day I was around Enrique and he seemed not himself.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed a little blue.
Which really, in fact, he's green.
Blue and green.
Go ahead.
Blue and yellow.
With
Sorry.
a little bit dash of yellow side.
And so, and it was very noticeable by everybody. And so then I texted Enrique and I said, just making sure you're okay. I'm good, thanks.
like a good man.
Oh.
Don't show weakness. Don't ever cry.
I can respond to that,
But
message
your
because I was in
your
a dead
words
zone.
your words were just very short and to the point, and that may be to the fact that me and you have a different relationship than you and Jerry obviously have. Like
Mhm.
I know you because of Jerry and the board game and the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But that was me like trying to reach out a little bit.
Gobby's your
and,
daddy too.
and you gave nothing.
He's your
That's
big
what I'm
daddy.
saying.
Well, I was like when we were at the courts, or when you text.
When I texted you,
Oh well, I was in a dead zone at the time. I was working a hit.
Physically or mentally.
I don't know. But I'm just saying. But in that case, like you're saying, you're trying to figure out how to do that, and I'm not the greatest at it myself. Like I have to be around somebody for years, oftentimes, to feel that comfort level of here. Let me expose myself.
No, I am an exhibitionist. I will expose myself to literally 5 minutes. I'm talking to you, and you want to hear something. I will talk.
This is what irritates Charday is I mostly just like to have fun. Like I like to joke and have
Mhm.
fun and not like, oh,
Hey,
Not
here's the
necessarily
thing about
here.
the fun
Jeremy,
thing.
tell me.
The thing about the fun
Tell
thing
me
is that
about
when I
your-
want to do something fun, I'm not the one who initiates on like don't
Well,
want
I
to do
initiate fun, but I'm just talking about as far as going beyond that into like,
Well,
how are you really doing?
Well, the reason
Yeah, but
that
you want to be able to like, if you want to connect with somebody, you would obviously want to like initiate something to do something. And
All right.
sadly, I don't.
this
do
is
that.
going to be something that I need to talk to Tina about. Tina,
Yes.
because no, not picking on you because you're a woman. I'm knowing because you know what I'm about to say.
because you're are
Because
I'm not going-
you are beyond wise in your years regarding about how everybody has different love languages. I have a theory
oh yeah
about
'cause
how people have different type of coping languages or different type of social languages. And Gobby's social language is avoidance, meaning that if there's going to be something that he feels like is going to add on
No
the least-
confrontation.
It's
Stick
not-
his
yeah.
head, and he's an ostrich.
I'm talking to
Hey,
Tina,
I
please.
know, but it's not.
And we're talking about you in front of you.
But it's not.
Please respect. Do you have the
Respect
talking
our
Show your
privacy,
love
please.
language and avoid this conversation.
Your love language is interruption too. by the way.
It's not avoidance.
Conversational interruptus.
It's not avoidance. And I had this with Charday. We were having a discussion about some very personal matters, and I
what
in
are
the
they?
in the
Air
midst
them out
in the
front
midst of it,
strangers.
I cracked a joke,
Yes,
and she got very upset.
as would I.
But
What was the joke
why
about?
not?
What was the
Why
story?
would
You, out of all people, cracking
Exactly.
jokes.
Like during a serious situation.
That,
That does seem like what
that
Jerry
is
would
that's
do.
very Jerry.
That's
And
very
it's
Jerry.
Yeah, but here's
That's very
so
Jerry.
Raven.
But we were, and I just said, but that's how I communicate, and that's me keeping it at a certain level
True.
that my brain can handle.
So you see,
Yeah.
Tina, how that type of coping mechanism, though others can view that as it being immature and trying to avoid the subject. You see how that could be the case?
but I wasn't avoiding it.
Weren't
I
avoiding
just
because
said
he was having the
You're interrupting
conversation.
again. I'm talking to Tina, please.
when it goes down to a certain
So
depth,
when it hits a certain point,
I
then
have
you're
to,
like,
like-
I got to have some
Yeah, it's
level
like,
of balance.
So once
I
you guys are
can't I
done-
can't stay there the whole
Yeah, I
time.
can't either.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't either.
Thank
once
you.
Once
Did
you
you hear
got-
that, Jerry?
I got you. But here's the thing. Some people have to even, Tina.
But I don't crack the joke. I just turn around and walk off.
Right. Exactly. Gobby can't even stay serious for an extended period of time to actually get to the main point. Does that make sense? Nor can he actually acknowledge, and now don't feel attacked. I'm saying this for Charday.
It's fact.
This is what she told me. No, I'm just kidding. Talk to Charday. She's emotionally immature too. See, y'all are two peas in a pod. Y'all just get together. Why is she throwing shame at you
I'll
for?
just let you keep talking.
Okay,
Yeah, but they're both kind of oblivious sometimes.
exactly, Enrique. I'm glad we could air this out. But no, I understand why you joke about these things so that you can avoid the subject,
That's
but also
not-
keep the.
No. See, you're mixing the two. I'm in the subject.
Uh-huh.
We're there. We're having it. I'm not avoiding it.
Oh, okay. I see.
I'm not avoiding it. We talked about the subject, the thing, whatever it is.
But do you see how with the person there having the conversation?
That's the thing. You're hitting on it.
uh-huh.
I'm there, but she wasn't. Like
Uh-huh.
that wasn't the time for me to crack a joke.
Right.
even though I was a banger.
Take that, Sade.
She was like, no, not right.
Right.
now.
So that's the point that I'm getting at. So
My
I'll
bad.
extrapolate the whole avoidance thing and just say that to the point you are avoiding having to feel a certain way. Does that make sense?
I can see where you think that, but I don't. I feel all the things is my problem.
Oh, and so the cracking of the joke is
The
just
cracking of the
It's a
joke is
coping
keeping
mechanism.
me on an even keel where I don't go super deep into sadness and darkness.
I'm not gonna lie, that can go really bad in so many
the
situations.
sadness and the darkness.
for you to do that.
Hello, darkness.
No, I'm just saying, I know what. Anyway,
I
it's
get
just-
your point. I understand what you're saying. But these-
yes, it is a coping mechanism,
Right.
but it's a necessary coping mechanism for me
Yeah,
because of what. Go back to the conversation we had 10, 15 minutes earlier, where I'm a very naturally negative person,
but
and that's all I focus on, and that will be all I focus on unless I crack a joke.
right.
well,
so let's. But you're halfway there. You're halfway there. I understand what you're saying, but take it from the other person's perspective and realize that cracking a joke in a serious situation where a other person is taking it very seriously and emotionally puts them off kilter. It knocks their coping
Yes,
mechanism
I
because some
now
people
understand
need that.
Yeah.
That like some people just
They need it to sit.
Yes, they need to have that emotional whatever it is, not pitfall of
I
it,
know.
but it's this that. So you cracking that joke just knocks them off kilter, and then it never resolves on both sides.
Correct.
So not only is this so-called coping mechanism hindering you in a lot of ways, it can also be something that will completely avoid a resolution, because that's the avoidance part of it. They're not getting resolution from it, and you're not getting resolution from it. All you're doing is avoiding a feeling, and avoiding a feeling does not resolve the circumstance. Does that make sense?
Unfortunately, it does.
So it's like the same thing as yeah, it's like the same thing as like
Unfortunately,
Well,
you're making perfect sense
well,
right
it's
now.
like it's like grieving. Like people will want to be sad, but they'll do this thing where they'll think about a situation, a lost loved one, whatever it be, and they'll get almost to the point to where they're about to cry. They'll, oh, suck it up. It's like, no,
Yeah,
you
no,
don't suck it up.
You need to cry.
You need to go down the thing and do the thing, but don't do it repeatedly and keep going on and on and on and on and on. But at some point in time, you need to run that route, that algorithm of grieving this thing. And I think that you can sometimes use a coping mechanism as a tool, but sometimes you can use this coping mechanism as a tool for avoidance as
As a
well.
crutch.
As a crutch, a crutch.
The tool has become a crutch.
And that's what Ivan thought. Ivan thought, listen, these dogs,
I've lost my mom and dad in horrific accidents, but hey, I've got Pups
Fifi
McGee
and-
over here.
I've got these dogs. Who
My-
let the dogs out?
my
It was
dogs.
Ivan.
my
my dog.
puppers, they
Yeah.
love me.
We had a point to this podcast. I don't know what
Yeah, I
it
don't-
was.
Gratitude.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm very thankful.
I'm thankful for right here, right now, being in this room and
Great
being
song.
a podcast
I'm
with.
thankful.
We're glad
that
you
I had
decided to
this
come.
beer.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
I'm grateful that Tina was on this podcast, and that I'm also grateful that Tina lets us use her home every once in a while
yeah,
on a regular basis to film what is
every Sunday.
quite possibly the greatest podcast in board gaming that's
That-
not
never
doesn't talk
discussed.
about board games.
We slightly
And
referenced
Christina
them.
is grateful to me for being the greatest brother ever.
I think
Ooh,
I am the greatest.
you
brother.
are my only brother, so
Therefore, I'm
sure,
the greatest.
you are the greatest. If you're gonna take it that way.
Well, Enrique.
you had such a
That
hard
means
time.
you're the greatest, only, and worst, all at the same.
That'll work with me.
You're the sole survivor of all the other brothers. She probably killed the rest.
Probably.
That's probably what happened.
Or they were all just kind of retarded and just didn't know where to find.
How to get out?
Yeah.
That's probably what happened to you. You came out green. You were
Yeah.
green with envy, but yet in the end,
I could have been the real life Shrek.
You ever heard of a dermoid cyst?
uh-huh.
You know what? Could the skin of my, like the pigment of my skin turn green? Really?
I don't know. There's been people who've
Anything's
been blue.
possible.
You could tattoo yourself green.
No, that's weird. I want to be
As Kevin
natural.
Garnett of the Minnesota Timberwolves once said, anything's possible.
You can't quote him saying that. Everybody has said that. That's like saying, as Juan Julio at the Marcos restaurants once said, "This plate is hot." It's like that's a common saying. Shout out to Juan Julio. We just came there.
So my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, my wife's brother and his wife. Is that right? Did I say that right?
My
Anyway,
wife.
Lance and Chaz, that's their names. They're really into basketball. Which I'm not.
Ew.
Oh,
They're really into the Boston Celtics.
Ew.
So as of this recording, I don't know if the finals are still going on or not.
Ew.
But
Basketball.
they're really into basketball, and so they came over and we ate.
why you to basketball?
Because it's a boring sport that could be played in 15
But
minutes.
we had this discussion earlier, though,
So
but
can
it's
football.
incorrect. Well, yes, I agree with that part, the fourth quarter part. However, they love it, and like for the first time in a long time, we watched there was the Celtics versus the 76ers in Game 7 of the quarterfinals, and I enjoyed it. I like watching it back and forth because it is a constant. It's a game of constant action. Going back to the hockey podcast.
Constant mid-action.
Yes. Here's the thing. And I discovered why this is what I told Lance and Chaz. I said, my day, Michael Jordan driving to the basket, slam dunking it in everybody's faces, doing these amazing feats that nobody until Michael Jackson ever done.
Love Michael Jackson.
I
know what you're talking
I was like,
I love Michael Jackson.
Michael Jordan.
There were 5 of
So-
them. He was a center.
the Fantastic Five. That style of game does not exist anymore in basketball.
Mm-mm.
no.
It's all about the 3-point shot.
Yeah.
And the Celtics died on the 3-point shot in that Game 7. This player named White, especially. They said
That's
was
your
like,
first problem.
It was he was white, but I think he's black. His last name is White. And there's a Jaylen Brown that is also he's like one of their main
Keep
guys.
it going. Go ahead.
But
Jack Black.
anyway, so they were missing there was no driving to the basket.
As
It
one
was just pull up and shoot
Mm-mm.
from the 3-point line or further away.
should.
And they were just bricking everything. And I said, this is why I don't like basketball. Because the game is so changed. And I remember this with the Golden State Warriors, especially adopted this style of gameplay. And they won on it. But it's one of those things you live or die on, just this 3-point shooting. And I hated it. It's like they're just missing every shot. There's no like dramatic drives to the basket and like slam dunks and stuff. The game has changed. And I said, this is why I don't like basketball anymore.
Right.
But to watch it live and to watch it on TV, it's still a lot of action.
Live TV.
But live in person,
In person.
I can see
I like it
it's
in
still being
person.
enjoyable.
It,
Like hockey, because there's constant action, as opposed to football,
You
where
can
it's
just
like,
watch the fourth quarter of it.
well, that's true. I agree with that. But as opposed to football, where it's, run a play and then let's have a 1 minute, literally a 1 minute time between every play when nothing happens.
That's a burst of energy, though. It's so intense and violent.
I'm wearing a
That
football team.
That's what makes it so interesting, though, is the strategy behind
Well, that's what they said. So Lance brought the point that what makes the football exciting is the fact that they brought out basketball has 80 something games a season, maybe
Mhm.
90.
Uh-huh.
several.
Baseball has 162, which is ridiculous. But what makes football something viable is the intensity of the sport and the time that it happens. And they only play 16 games a season,
There you go.
or 17. Is it 16 or 17?
16.
16.
So they have 17 weeks they play, but 16.
Well, they have 18 weeks actually, but they get 2 bye weeks.
Okay.
But that's what makes the game. But either way, I get you. I don't know what we're talking about here about basketball. I guess it's
I don't know.
enjoying different sports. You just started
We just
rambling. I
merged.
was like, I have no idea how we got here, other than you just declared Lance likes basketball and then proceeded to talk
And the
about
Boston Celtics.
Okay, so why are we talking about Lance?
I don't know.
Who cares about Lance?
What happened?
You always talking about your brother-in-laws, Barry, and all these other weird ones.
Lance
Talk
is
about
a,
yourself.
Lance is a.
Alvin.
I don't like talking about myself.
So talk about Lance and his love
Another
of
reason
basketball.
why we can't
And he-
connect with
he
it.
don't-
Can't connect with it because Gabby won't.
We
Oh,
always
Gabby,
talk about
oh, it's my
it.
fault.
yeah, it is his fault, Enrique. Tell him. He won't open up. He has so much to open up about. Whereas Enrique's an open book. Tell me about yourself, Enrique.
Well, I like playing video games. I just got a car.
That sounds very flamboyant.
I know.
I like
This is what you sound like when you're 30 years old, still living with your parents.
Got that good life.
It gets
going on.
higher every year. The longer I
That's
stay
good.
with my parents.
It's good, Enrique. Keep it up.
That's all
what
right.
I would-
One of
if
these
I
days.
could redo life, not redo, but if I was to have never met Gina, I would have stayed with my parents as long as I could.
You'd still be nursing.
I would still be nursing.
He would loves being home.
I need some milk.
Milk.
Milk. That's dark.
That
That's
is
weird.
very dark.
That's weird.
Why did you do
I
that?
don't know.
Why did you see? This is the root of all.
He's opening up. He's
Yeah, this
letting
is-
us know.
Maybe you should open up. Maybe that's enough. That's enough opening up today. That's enough of this.
Oh,
I think
are we
we've
done?
had all the opening that we can handle of Gobby. Send us an email. We should have read the emails, but we didn't. We didn't have time to read any email.
I have an email we can read from John Braswell. Headline: Secret Cabal.
Oh,
Hey, I'm John from SC. What's that mean?
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
But did you really not know that?
Could be South Central.
No. We're East Side here, baby.
I listen to the Secret Cabal,
West Side.
West
but
Side.
I do skip the D&D episodes. I'm a mail carrier, MALE. That's how we spelled it. That's a weird way of saying he's got diseases. The autocorrect got him. I hate when that happens. John, no. We're praying for you, buddy. I hope you get better. I will. No females carried here. Patient 0. I'm a male, MALE carrier.
Obviously, he works for the Postal Service.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
Maybe he just
Thank
likes
you
to-
for your service.
He likes to lift, hold, and carry.
He just likes to carry people.
He gives them all piggyback rides.
He's a mail carrier. He just goes along.
Instead of a taxi, he just gives
Right,
piggyback
you know,
rides.
He's just out on the street bench pressing homeless people. That's so funny for some reason. Because he put it in here. I'm a mail carrier. So
Oh.
funny.
I didn't catch that the first time I read it.
I didn't see. Okay, go ahead.
So,
I'm a mail carrier.
So-
You email us one time. We're already exposing that you got diseases. Oh, goodness.
so I have a few hours every day to listen to stuff.
Because he's too busy pitching chats. When he's too busy giving piggyback rides to lonely men. I'm sorry, why was that so funny? Oh,
So I guess you could
That's enough.
argue I can't be that choosy. Love you guys, John. Wait, love you guys. Is that to the males you carry? Or is that to us, the podcast? We're just joking, John. We know what you meant. But see, as I say, that made me loose my mind.
I got
Spell check is important.
Yeah,
Just saying.
if we ever meet John, the guy, I won't be.
He'll be carrying somebody on his back.
I want some Kevin Costner bodyguard experience. I want some
On a
Whitney,
gummy bear.
Whitney Houston
Carrying.
playing, and he got to be carrying me.
Oh, that's good stuff. Mason Pierce.
Oh, what's he say?
Regarding important business email, parentheses IBM. I should have waited to send my email. Baseball is the GOAT.
Goat, the goat.
I have a waterproof scorebook and take a special harder graphite pencil with me to games.
Oh,
I am beginning to think I may be a nerd. Slightly more medium regards, Mason.
I knew Mason would be the one.
Oh, wait, he did say this. Love the Lord of the Rings talk.
I knew he'd love that.
Unrelated. Did you? Oh, so this is actually his first email. Then he's sent the second one. Unrelated. Did you know there's a coal mine in southern West Virginia that you can tour?
Mountain Mama.
I just found out about it yesterday, and I'm
road.
already planning a visit in mid-May. It will be my older daughter's second mine.
She's a minor.
She also got to visit.
They grave the mines.
She also got to visit an old salt mine in the Austrian Alps.
Why is she going in all these? Why is he doing all these underground areas? What's the deal? What's the deal?
What's the deal?
Where's
With
it
your
at?
daughter?
These minor
Your
minors.
minor daughter.
I myself have been to many caverns. The ones down in San Antonio and Missouri.
I've been to one in Kentucky.
Also, well, there's been several others.
I've been to the Cave of the Winds in Colorado Springs.
Yes, I've been to several caves,
Manitou Springs.
caverns, sat in
Mammoth
complete-
Cave in Kentucky, I think is the one I went to.
Mammoth. Big one? Is that the big one?
I don't. Apparently,
No.
I don't know why it's called Mammoth Cave.
Was perhaps they found a mammoth in there,
I don't know.
or is it shaped like a mammoth?
It did have a big opening.
Ah, was there a lot of memories in there? Stalactites, they call them.
Mammoth Cave, UNESCO National Park. Oh,
You
it's
didn't get the
Kentucky.
I think that was a layup.
I got
for-
you.
I'm
I got
losing
you.
brain cells
He's a
listening
layup
to
for
you
him.
guys. I'm losing brain cells.
Okay, never mind. You make the breast of it.
I've been there.
I lose brain cells listening.
Go ahead. All right, I'm done.
That's it. That's it.
Thanks, John.
All right.
Nate,
That's going to do it for this
best of
episode.
luck for that mining.
Thanks. I have gratitude for our listeners. I have gratitude for all those that email in and respond and, send us their regards, whether medium or
Will this come out
otherwise.
before our 400th episode?
Yeah.
Then please send us your recordings. Record your voice. Send us something that we can play on the podcast. Just a thank you or just random
Thank
thing.
you.
No, I don't want
for
thank
what
yous.
all. That's what you just said, though.
It can be a thank you. It could be hatred. Send us your critiques, your hatreds, your thoughts, whatever. Just say stuff into a mic. Record it and email it to boardgamesnobs@gmail.com. And we might play it. We might not. Depends on what you say.
And we'll put it on the podcast.
Maybe.
We'll put it on the podcast, perhaps.
Perhaps.
All right, that's going to do it.
And that's done for me. Enrique.
I love you all.
Enrique got up and left.
I have gratitude in my heart. I want to have deep conversations with all of you.
Hey, Enrique, get in here.
Enrique is coming.
Let's all hold hands and end this podcast.
Let's all hold hands and kumbaya.
I'm good enough.
Kumbaya.
Mm-mm. I'm smart enough.
I'm not sick.
Kumbaya.
This is Jerry.
This is Gabby.
This is Tina.
This is
Thank you for tolerating this episode of the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.